Look out, there's a bee. B Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z.
I mean, I don't have a problem with bees. Bees are alright. But that's a good one. I like that one. It is kind of disappointing that A is the only one that works. Hello, Disney. How are you? How's it going?
All right. Hey.
Yep. I wonder if any other letters work. Like, why is A the only one that...
We.
I have a feeling Blue's gonna come in with a bunch of A's too. That one's not bad, but it doesn't have the same... It's not the same. Hi, Blue.
I'm only on phone.
That's fair.
And I have an ad.
Oh. I guess you'll just have to, do it again when you're not watching an ad.
Oh boy.
What about O and U? Do those work?
Oh,
there you go. O does not work. That one's... Alright. I guess not. Blue, how are you? How's it going?
Laugh. Oh, it is.
Why can't I throw this?
You better have a good reason for digging around in Max Dubai.
I'm arriving home.
I thought we'd
cool.
agreed that
Arc is being set up. Someone wants us looking the other way, chasing the obvious target while they prepare their next attack.
What? What are you talking about?
Come on, Miller, it's too neat. You know as well as I do that Arc didn't hit us in Dubai.
Is that so? Who's this someone then? Huh? More blank pages? More ghosts? Like the ones you say took out Rucker?
I don't know who they are, not yet, but I know where they are. I've traced them to an old bell tower facility in the Swiss Alps.
Bell Tower? That's just a bad memory. All their assets were sold off more than a year ago.
And I'm sure if we look closely at some of the buyers, we'd be staring at a tangle of untraceable shell companies.
You're throwing a lot of assumptions around here. What we need is evidence, Jensen. I told you. Did you even meet with Fletcher? Did you look into the evidence you found at the train station like you said you would?
The DSD contained scans of the bomb's timing mechanism. It was a wristwatch, a local brand made by a man named Stanek. When I confronted him, he admitted his daughter might have made the bombs.
Great. So we have her in custody.
Stanek claimed he didn't know where she was. Look, I'm telling you, Ruzika's a dead end. It's part of the fake-out. The Alps are where we need to look.
This bell tower facility. How the hell did you find it?
I reached out to someone, a contact from my Seraph days. He's very good at unearthing the kinds of information people try to keep hidden. I told him what happened in Dubai, gave him access to the information I learned while investigating Ark. He did the rest.
Fuck, Jensen.
Do you trust this guy?
In this instance, yes.
Chicane, how are you for fuel?
Could use a top-up.
Do it. You do this quick and quiet. Recon only. You do not engage. Am I clear? Don't even set foot inside that facility if you see activity. Contact me the minute you have anything. Got it?
Yes, sir.
I'll loop McCready in. Get him and the analyst to work up a detailed mobilization plan, if there's anything there. I'm trusting you on this one, Jensen. Don't screw it up.
Oh.
Copy that.
Man, the dialogue I got here was
Do you think this intel
a little
you see
different
out
than
provided will bear fruit?
I'm sure of it.
how I got it on.
I admire your confidence, man. You know, despite your obvious aesthetic handicap, maybe you've got some value.
Thanks.
Ready to go?
Yep. All unfinished side quests, side missions, whatever, will be cancelled if you leave. You sure you want to go now? Yep.
Why was it
Yeah,
different?
fire it up.
I think I changed the first line of dialogue. I didn't tell him about the wow, this is really loud. I didn't tell him about the bomb maker. I just told him there were no leads and that he needed to trust me, and he got really mad at me.
Negative. I'm gonna find out what's being planned. I gotta get inside.
Crazy. We have no way of knowing what's in there.
I'm tired of flying this limousine around. Did you say you wanted to get back in the action?
Fine.
Not setting us down.
Why is the music so loud? I have to fix that. Like, I need to turn the music and sound effects down and the voices up. Excuse me. Okay, so in our inventory, you will see I have a bunch of Tesla cartridges, 29. I got the range upgrade, but I didn't get either of the extra targets. That'll come later. But I did get 40 marking targets.
Yeah, you went to buy them.
So, that'll be interesting.
Anomaly detected. must avoid taking those wrong turns. A
Chat.
little taste. So at the end you understand what you're interfering with.
Weren't you
might
just
guess
hacking?
it's,
Yeah, I finished it and then I opened the door.
I thought there'd be more blood. You said Walker was covered in it.
Racker had more meat in him than this one. Maybe that's the difference.
But you're sure he'll die.
The Orchid has no mercy. His end will come.
Yep, so we beat the game. In the end, you die because you got kicked through a door and stabbed with super poison. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of how the ending is. Yeah, there's no more games after this. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
It means the
No.
facility is compromised.
No, we're not doing that.
We should move
Great.
No. We were warned that this one was coming.
What?
We have time before they start searching for him.
If you are certain. What about your friends from Ark?
Those fools have outlived their usefulness. Let them drink a little more. Then dose them with more. Don't go bodies with this one. Enough of this dead weight. You carry him now. This is as far as I go.
You're flying back to Prague.
I need to meet with those devout beasts. Need them to accelerate the timeline so our shipment clears customs immediately.
They will want more money.
Smugglers always want more money, but the Valley won't get it.
So the men and I should stay here and proceed as planned?
Brown confirmed everything with Vicos last night. Date and time.
End of the line for you, friends.
This is gonna be one of those I live bitch moments.
Yep. Because we literally lived. Yeah, we're fine. Just dumped in the garbage dump of the GARM facility. Is all.
Chicane. Chicane, come in.
They took my trench coat, by the way.
Damn. How long have I been out?
Time to be reborn like Jesus.
It wouldn't be the first time for Jensen.
Miller, it's Jensen. I can't raise Chicane.
Jensen? What's happened?
I walked into an ambush. Chicane could be in trouble.
Fuck. I'll see if I can raise him. Was it the mercs from Dubai?
Yeah. And they were with Marchenko, their mole inside Ark. He admitted poisoning Rucker.
I'll call Leon. See how quickly they can get a team there. You stay low and find the exit.
Copy that. But these guys think I'm dead. Maybe I should take advantage of that and have a peek around. Might find out more about him.
So the GARM facility is really, really short. It's like 3 or 4 big rooms, and that's it. But the rooms are quite big.
Absolute stealth mission.
Alright, so who's ready for some French emails?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There they are. Boy, those sure are in French. It's 2 of them in French. Oh boy. Okay.
Moving the crane.
Yeah, I can
Wow,
see
there's
that.
a lot of
Why?
them.
Because the last person to use this didn't follow proper safety precautions. You almost had a ton of ice fall on someone's head.
Shit! Is it safe now?
Yeah, should be fine. I just finished testing everything when you started shouting at me.
Okay, well, thanks.
Don't mention it.
Blue, I don't think you've seen the half of it just yet. Move that over one more.
Nicey.
Yeah, rooms like this with this skill are really convenient. So you can just kind of look over the whole thing and...
So how about that Berserk chapter?
God, that Berserk chapter. It's... like, damn. I was mostly worried that we weren't going to get her back. Like, it was just going to be for, like, a second. And then...
And now we wait 7 years for the next one.
And then we'd just... you know, she'd see guts and then freak out and then revert immediately. I'm glad that's not the case. Like, straight up, just Casca is back. She just has some issues to deal with. I think this room's good.
So wait, did we use the anti-orchid thingy?
No, we're just immune to it for some reason.
To save ourselves. Totally understandable issues.
Jensen's kind of magic. He has like bullshit immunities to everything.
Game, you need to explain some of these things.
Nah. Okay, so we got 2 more guys up here. Ooh, biocell. Yeah, I'm just... I don't want to have to wait like 6 months for another Berserk chapter. Like, I just want this story to end. Like, 300 chapters is more than enough at this point. Like, Berserk's kind of had its run. It should just end sometime soon.
Same.
Okay. How? That's how.
That's it. The last thing that needs been known. Nothing left to do but go ahead. Everything is lying.
Wait, back? No, I don't want to go back.
This takes a long time to compile. Good work, Victor.
UV protection. We don't need that where we're going.
No, where I want to go... Jesus, there's a lot of dudes right here. Yeah, where I want to go...
report to the shooting range immediately.
Laszlo hasn't been cleared for the mission. He's still having those headaches. I'm looking forward to testing my new upgrades. I'm not interested. How will we know when it's time to leave?
Perimeter detail reports west side all clear.
This facility has too many ghosts. Yes?
So the plan is I want to get on top of the crane so I can get through the tunnel I just dug.
Do you know what transport you're on? Yes?
So I probably need to get on top of one of these.
Detail reports east side all clear.
This job has the best toys.
I thought we had more mines than this.
Perimeter detail reports south side all clear.
We should take all the timers we have and let the bomb experts decide which ones they like best.
It would have been better to take our time with this. We know what we're doing.
He walked out of range just after I shot at him.
Perimeter detail reports north side all clear.
Guns oiled, physical completed, supplies packed. Bring it on.
Okay, how do I get up there?
It's a good thing we're well organized. There's a ton of shit to pack.
No, I have to get rid of this guy too.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure.
I just need to make sure that this guy doesn't see any of these two.
This team is very well funded. I wonder where the money comes from.
Ah, damn it.
That's what the powdered milk was.
I could use the Icarus thing here.
All cargo not loaded by 0400 will be terminated in the burn.
Everything we need to conquer the world or destroy it.
Attention all personnel. House is closed. We are clearing the site. Transports are en route.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, Jensen. Miller tells me you're alive in there. They built you tough, huh?
Where the hell have you been, Chicane?
Me? You've been off comms for hours, partner. Well, I almost came in there after.
I'm surprised I made that one.
Damn roaches down there spotted me, so I had to bug out. Been trying to raise you ever since.
Yeah, well, now I need a pickup.
Helipad, north end of the facility. As soon as I catch you on infrared, I'll break cover and grab you. Chicane out.
Thanks, Chicane. Alright, new room. They're already all alarmed.
Sweeping area, copy.
Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this is a glitch. That just happens sometimes. Jesus Christ.
Food.
Everyone remain on alert. This is not the drill.
So, yeah, despite the fact that I did this completely stealthily, they're all alerted to my presence. Even though they shouldn't be.
All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert.
Vector negative.
Attention, this is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we are under general alert. This is an alert continuous. Repeat, we are still on general alert.
Advance to next tag.
Proceed.
Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder. Mark is negative. Copy. All personnel on full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
Vector is cold. Move to next.
So there's something in this room that I need.
Everyone remain on alert. This is not a drill.
But I don't
Stand by.
remember where it is.
All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert.
Vector negative.
All personnel on full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
Vector negative. Proceed. Vector clear.
Can confirm.
Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder. I sweep in back. Everyone remain on
This is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we are under general alert. This is an alert continuous. Repeat, we are still on general alert. No report on possible.
At least I thought it was in this room.
Vector negative. Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder.
Yeah, this would be a lot nicer if the glitch hadn't occurred.
Events to next day.
Vector is cold. Move to next.
Like, straight up, it's an item that I have to pick up somewhere. Maybe it's one of these.
I enter an area!
Oh, come on.
Contact is negative.
He bumped into me, so the invisibility wore off. That's stupid. What's that, 3? I think that's 3. This is a weird place for a save.
Positive good.
Am I not invisible right now? God damn it. I wasn't invisible, god damn it.
Attention, this is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we are under general alert. Sweeping area, copy.
Okay, well, let's go pick up this neuropazine on the table.
This is an alert continuous. Repeat, we are still on general alert. Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder.
Vector is cold. Move to next.
Roger. Advance to next tag.
Move to white. Stand by.
Hostile on site. Everyone remain on alert. This is
Alright, you come over here. Just about done with you.
Vector negative. All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert.
Clear. No eyes on.
All personnel on full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
Vector negative. Clear. Proceeding. Understood.
Attention, intruder intruder. Copy. Everyone remain on alert. This is Victor cooling down.
It's not worth it. It would have been worth it if it was stealthy, but just wasting more time trying to get there right now is not a good idea.
All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert. This is an alert continuance. Repeat, we are still on general alert.
Well, this sucks.
On full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
Clear. Proceeding. Roger.
You copy that? Everyone remain on alert. This is not a drill.
That was close.
Green status. Copy. Back to post. Negative mark. Copy that. All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert. Mark is good.
Invisibility kind of breaks this game, huh?
All personnel on full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
Nothing to report. Clear.
There's 3 people in this room.
No report on possibles.
Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder. Everyone remain on alert. This is not a drill. All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert. Attention, This is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we're under general alert.
As much as I would have liked to get the item here, we can get it later.
Ready to get the hell out of here.
So yeah, the GARM facility is really short. It would have been even shorter if the game hadn't glitched and forced an alert. But whatever. Now, however,
Here, isn't it?
What the hell happened? Where's everyone?
Martial law. Riots in Gollum spilled over into Prague. Entire city's on lockdown. None but state police allowed in the streets tonight. They've all got itchy trigger fingers.
Wonderful. Dr. Miller? Told him to meet me at the office?
He'll be waiting for you. Of course, you'll likely be shot getting there.
yeah. So now the entire map is hostile. We can no longer walk from place to place.
Alex, it's me.
I mean, we can,
Got a
but
location? 'Cause the
stealthily.
streets aren't safe tonight, man.
Can you make it to the limb clinic where we met before?
Yeah, it's not far. I'll meet you there.
But you guys know what that means, right? Now that we're back here, it's time for side quests. Also, yeah, we just lost our trench coat. It's kind of like gone. Why is the...
What's the holdup? So?
So they killed a citizen.
The city's on lockdown. A true citizen would respect that. Get to me, Butcher.
I don't know what's up with the voices. Why they're so quiet.
You've been off the grid since the bank job, man. I
Never
was
mind.
getting worried.
Been busy. Had to convince Miller to send me on a recon mission to GARM. When I got there, I ran into an ambush.
Again? Was it the same mercs as in Dubai, those gold mask creeps?
Yeah, only this time Viktor Marchenko was with them. He tried to kill me with this.
What is it?
The ore kit. Think you can get it analyzed?
Yeah, we
Why
got
are
a
we
couple
giving this to
scientists on
her?
the collective's mailing list. Some of them are already culling through the files you and Janus pulled from the bank. I'll let you know what they find.
Good. Something big is coming, Alex. Ark's being framed for a terrorist attack that hasn't occurred yet.
They're gonna take more lives, blow up another train station? Jesus, Adam, look at it out there. Any chance we had of easing fears and fighting people's hatred will be gone. That piece of shit UN legislation will pass, and we'll all be thrown into AUG-only hellholes like Udalek.
While Nathaniel Brown sits back and earns trillions.
Brown? That slick suit from the Santo Corporation?
Page said Brown was calling the shots, and in Switzerland, Marchenko said Brown had confirmed date and time.
But where? Brown's been traveling extensively, promoting Rabia and his Safe Harbor initiative. His next junket's in London. But if he's behind this, he's not gonna attack himself.
Maybe not. Marchenko also mentioned someone who can tell us. But I have to meet with Miller first. How soon can you get the sample analyzed?
As fast as possible. If you're meeting with Miller, be careful. You walked into another ambush in GARM, and Miller's not off my suspect list yet.
We'll see.
Okay, so the entire map is hostile. So we're gonna have to be careful. That being said, there are a bunch of side quests to do. Well, I think there's 2 I remember. But we'll get to those when we get to those. There's one. So we're going to set that as our current objective. And also it would help us immensely to take down as many police officers as possible, just to make it easier for us to come and go wherever we want to go. So
Telling me you had no idea about the curfew.
I just realized that there were all of the marks from Golem City, not Golem City, from GARM were still on the screen. Hope save and quit, or a save and reload will fix that. Yeah, okay, good.
You're telling me you had no idea about the curfew. Bullshit. Sir, you've broken curfew. That makes you a criminal in the eyes of the law. My lawyer.
And yeah, guess which guess which ones are really handy to take down. The ones near train stations.
Anomaly access granted.
Let me just... turn this turret off.
Pozor, platí dočasný zákaz vycházení.
Is anybody actually still here? I haven't heard anybody talking for like half an hour. Just gonna plug my phone in really quick. I didn't realize it was so low. Okay, here we go.
There's no way they're reaching the city.
This would also be another really handy courtyard to clear out. Okay.
You don't think that what we're doing here is right? Is that it?
You monster, go away!
Kvůli rostoucím nepokojům v komplexu útulek byly pražské ulice uzavřeny.
So that went well. At least the sewers aren't hostile. That's a good thing.
Tall, dark, and augmented.
I am back and I don't know what we missed.
Hi, Blue.
I had to take a shower.
That's fair. We got out of the GARM facility with basically no issues except for the alarm. And then for some reason I can't show you here. But the entire map is on alert and like martial law basically. So we're just not allowed to be on the streets. Also, it's this guy that we saved.
Edward Braun. Thought we activated your permit.
You did.
Rip.
Whatever you did was enough to fool them.
Doesn't seem to have done you much good.
It kept me out of Golem. I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you. But now, martial law changes everything. It's Warsaw 1982 out there.
Warsaw didn't have drones.
I remember them going into people's homes, accusing them of things they did not do, being part of organizations I have never heard of. It was clear to me that it was all happening again.
So you slipped away, went underground. How'd you know to come here?
I heard a message on the radio. They were saying that martial law was being used as an excuse to round up anyone. And then I look outside and I see this with my own eyes. The police acting indiscriminately, just like 82. So I decide to do exactly what I did then. I hide in the sewers. And I start to find others. People who are scared and looking for safety, just like me.
I'm sorry it came to this, Edward. I know how much it meant to you to stay in Prague.
It's not about me anymore. I am one of the lucky ones. All these people down here, we must stay together. We must help each other to get through this. They are my family now.
Good luck, Edward. Milena, you didn't take my advice about giving up on forgery.
I know. But trouble is, I've got a talent for it. And it's a real growth market. As soon as you got me out of that thing with Dragomir, I had like 20 emails from samizdat. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for art school graduates to find a specialist subject these days?
The permits aren't enough for police anymore, forged or real.
In Prague, maybe. But it turns out I'm multilingual when it comes to falsifying border passes. Lucky, right?
If it works, I'd say lucky.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Super Commando Man.
Oh, don't mention it, Milena.
If there was an easier option, you think we wouldn't take it? I was less stressed out when I was working at gunpoint.
We may not agree on your methods, but I'll let you get back to your work.
Coming from you, that is like the gold star seal of approval.
Welcome to the Underground. I owe you an apology for hacking your info link.
Don't sweat it. I'm assuming you had a good reason.
Samizdat's usual channels are all bugged. I couldn't risk an audio communication being traced back here.
Oops, sorry.
You're little K, right? You don't sound local.
I wrote some things that made me have to delocalize a long time ago. Been living story to story on a Schengen visa and a language implant ever since. Never expect a short story from a long-form journalist. You want to know why I brought you here? The police raided Samizdat last night. Cleared us out. We were broadcasting until they pulled the plug. Radios, flyers, mail bursts, the makeshift media van. Getting the message out to our subscribers if they needed a refuge. As you can see, it went a little wider than we anticipated.
So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
Why not both? Now Samizdat has a captive voter base we could run for the Senate.
It's organized resistance, then.
Peaceful resistance. We're working together to get people under the cordon and out of Prague. It's a happy accident of a police state. Well, I say happy when everyone's repressed, they can see past their prejudices.
Or they shift the blame. It's gonna take a long time for those prejudices to heal.
As long as certain people can profit from keeping the wounds fresh. But you knew that already.
What happened to Kay?
Kay is me now, according to the Samizdat Manifesto. It's all very third-wave socialist with a dash of martyr complex.
Good to know. But I mean, what physically happened to him?
Right. His name is Yarek. Yarek Drobny. He's being held by the police along with Bones. No contact, no bail, no rights. Plausible deniability.
This is a side quest, by the way, Blue.
He must have known the risks.
Well, he was open to the existence of risks. When you showed up, it should have been a wake-up call, but you were reasonable. The state isn't reasonable.
This isn't what I call laying low. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
They already got the K. Bones, the backup servers, even the shitty coffee machine. Enough for them to call it a win and get back to indiscriminate brutality on the streets.
Where were you when this happened?
Right here. Running our little home away from home. Our sources tipped us off about the martial law. Either we could write about it and throw our hands up. Boy, I sure hope this massive rights violation doesn't end up being too awful this time. Or we could enact a readiness plan and really do something.
I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put up posters. What's the deal?
We've made a plan. We're getting people out of the city, starting first thing tomorrow. I want Yarek and Bones to go with them, but first, we need to bust them out of jail. Tonight.
And you think I'm the kind of guy who breaks into police stations?
Yep.
Are you telling me you're not?
Fine, I'll get them out. They're being held in the temporary police station downtown?
Yes. By the Monument Metro. Once you're clear, take them across the plaza to Leonetta Cleaners. We've cached everything they need for a long road trip along the old NATO decommissioning zone.
That's your escape route? Puts getting them past the state police into perspective.
It works on paper. And gives them these new identity documents, a lot of new identities. We found a very good forger. We're keeping her from a bright future in a piker's newsroom.
It is you, again.
Too many people. We'll have to borrow more trucks. Can we get back into the city truck depot tonight?
Okay, so now we head back to the main map. Oh, how much money do I have? I have enough for a Praxis kit.
We'll be fine, Janosch. We'll just wait it out in here. Then in the morning we'll go
Oh, wait.
Dodge is the man. He'll set you up.
Question: Why is there a martial law?
Biocell hypostim.
You remember those riots that got started in Golem City when Rucker died?
Yeah, I got that.
They kind of spilled over here.
Oh.
Praxis.
Makes sense.
It's fine.
Stop wait.
Okay, so now I have 49. 49 Tesla ammo, rather, not just like... I have 49. And I also have the quad shot. So if we need to, we can target 4 enemies at the same time. Hooray!
Hlášení o zákazu vycházení. Násilí v komplexu Intellect se šíří. Kvůli vlastní bezpečnosti nevycházejte ven.
While you were away, I knocked out every single person in this courtyard. Well, every single cop. Because they were being problems. And I'm gonna be coming and going from this area for a little bit. This is the area. Wait a minute. This is the area where we would have found Allison Stanek, the bomb maker, if we had done this side quest. But instead we went to the bank. And I am gonna go check something out. Since it's completely non-hostile now.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Yeah, so this is where that quest would have ended, and there is a Praxis kit in here somewhere, I think. Is that it? No.
Big oof.
You know, it would be completely fair if it wasn't here because I didn't do this mission, but I'm still hoping it's here. It's probably not here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Here's all of the emails. That one's from Marchenko. Code for the room on the 4th floor is now 1111. I have a feeling that Praxis kit is gone because we didn't come here when we were supposed to.
Easiest code.
I mean, it's not 1234 or 6969.
What is the tower?
Tower dead people. Cult of the Machine Gun and whatnot. There's a bunch of stun guns sitting around. Well, whatever. Honestly, at this point in the game, I don't think there's anything I need. The Icarus would be nice, but eh. The Icarus dash, I mean, not the landing thing. We already have that.
We need to get out of here.
But yeah, no, I knocked out like every single cop in this part of the city.
All outs are being captured.
Like, it's not just dogs, it's everybody. The police are literally just trying to round up everybody, so they're not problems later. Blue, I hope you're excited for Monster Hunter in 2 weeks. I didn't realize it was that close. It's a lot sooner than I thought it was. Also, that other thing in a week. You know the thing.
Yeah, the thing. The thingy thing.
Yee. I'm excited. Okay, you two, in my way. Need to be not.
What thing?
The thing on, you know, next Friday, on the 30th.
Locking us up so you can play bad cop, worse cop, huh? What do you think this is, the 1980s? Like those old documentaries?
Our old military-industrial
The journalists
friend.
aren't the revolution, man.
Primus,
We're just
is that you?
augmenting the man. From state
We have
police
to
to
free us
police
or
state.
interrogate us.
The journalists aren't the revolution,
My birthday?
man. We're just
Yeah.
augmenting the message. And the message, it's still out there. It's on the streets. It's over the airwaves. It's spreading online. Maybe it's even gotten through those spaces.
Oh. Laugh.
Maybe you're thinking you're fighting for the wrong team. Well, that's a good start, man. First, you have to see that your things are being molded by crooked politicians and big corporates. Then you can stop dancing about it.
Anomaly detected.
I thought I didn't mention it.
You did, like, 2 years ago. I just happened to put it on the calendar so I didn't ever forget. That's a new shotgun right there. Well, not 2 years ago, but last year when I asked.
Laugh. Nice.
Hey, so do you...
Yeah, I remember you asking.
Primus, is that you?
Do you remember when you asked if we were ever going to be able to save that lady?
You! I knew it, man! I knew you were one of them all along!
Do I look like I'm one of them?
I can feel my hands right now, but if I could run a search for shadowy extra-government agent on the net, pretty sure it's all you.
Fair point. What happened? You pulled a freedom of information speech on the state police?
Ha fucking ha. They didn't wait for a speech, man. Lesson learned. Smash the state before the state smashes your nose.
Little K asked me to get you out.
She's the K now, man. I'm a liability to Semistad.
She cares about you, Yarrick. She didn't want to leave you or Bones behind.
Always was a cool cat, man. One of the good ones. She wrote the wheels come off 16 years ago and the conspiracies just keep checking out. Everything except the gray aliens, but who's to say that's not a metaphor?
If she wrote the book,
I don't believe in authorial intent.
there's a way out of Prague for you both. The Samizdat resistance has organized everything. We just need to keep our heads down and get to the cleaners nearby.
The cleaners? Huh. Irony. Wait, you mean going through the cops?
Why don't you ask more questions, see?
You know, that time I thought that was an option that would let me ask more questions. That was just a mistake right there. And I didn't realize it until you pointed it out.
The one
There's a
below
police locker in the
always
corner that should be
progresses
stocked with
things.
uniforms.
Yep.
Find something that fits.
It
and
sure
try to be
does.
convincing. We need the cops to think you're one of them. Good. It's time to go.
Helena says it's all gone wrong.
Yeah, so somehow she got out of Golem City back here and then was captured by the police and put in a cell with the rest of Samizdat. It's weird, but She's free.
Nicey.
I'm gonna have to go the long way around so I'm not seen.
It's my fault. One should cooperate with the authorities.
Move that story to page 2.
Long.
That was exhilarating.
Where's Arenka? Oh.
I can't breathe! Okay, now I'm breathing. Yes, exit plans, man, exit plans. Always be making them. We worked this contingency plan out when we started Sammy's death. Didn't think it would actually come to this, though.
No one thought it would be like this. You're gonna need these documents where you're going, wherever that is.
I hear Paris is the best place to have a revolutionary agenda these days. If you want to come along, you can be the muscle. Well, whatever your arms are made of, the stuff they use on space shuttles.
Nah. No can do. I've got a previous engagement I really can't miss.
Right, with the cardboard box company.
Watch yourself out there, Kay.
Kay? Kay is Kazdi, man. Kay is everyone. You're part of it now.
Do you think we are safe here?
We are for now, but you can't risk going back outside. There's a group organizing underground. They're doing everything they can to create a refuge, to help get people out.
These men, they are part of this group? Are they the reason you came?
That's right. You can trust them. Things in this city aren't going to get any better anytime soon. If you wait here, Kay's people will come for you.
Anything is better than being trapped alone with Helena all day. She thinks that we don't need anyone else. That Irenka should never trust anyone but her. But I think she's wrong. I think we need others. You're the one who got us this far. And these friends of yours, they're going to get us even further. Thank you for that.
Good luck, Arenka.
Thumbs up. Saved the lady. Okay, so now we gotta figure out a way to get all the way over here. And this courtyard is looking pretty good. Damn it. Well, one of these. Not that one. Let's try this one.
Anomaly detected.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Sweet. Now I want to see what's in here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There's a whole lot of nothing in here. Cool. Okay. Pretty much just have to get across the street.
Damn crooked cops.
Adam, it's David. We need to talk. In private.
Nothing's more private than my info link.
I'm not so sure. I've sent a secure vid call number to your smart home system. Get to your apartment and call me.
So that's the second side quest that wants me to go back to my apartment. Or at least back to the other map, which is another train trip. But that's fine.
Delara, what are you doing here?
Is that going to become our standard conversation starter?
I'm serious, Delara. It's dangerous outside. Non-essential staff should be home. How did you even get...
Ouch. Non-essential.
I just meant...
Work with me, Adam. I was trying for a little levity. Truth is, watching Picus News, hearing that the mobs were getting closer to the city, I was reminded of...
That's what I was waiting for basically all day.
Let's just say I thought being 3 stories below ground was better than staying in my apartment.
Well, you're right.
So I called in a favor and got state police to escort me in. Listen, I can tell something big is happening.
Also, how come you're one of like 3 people in this game that sounds like they're from America?
You doing okay, Delara?
Thanks, Adam. No one ever thinks to ask me that. I used to work with Lim International before the incident. During the incident, actually. I have some bad memories from that day. Guess tonight kind of brought them up again.
You were attacked.
Her name was Madeline. She was 13. A really sweet kid. One minute we were talking, laughing actually, about something silly I'd said, and the next she was...
It was a terrible day for everyone.
After I fought her off, she just stared at me like she was totally aware, you know, but not in control. God, Adam, I could see in her eyes that some part of her was still in there, locked away. And she was terrified.
Delara, I'm sure the girl...
Madeline. Her name was Madeline. You know the part that I'll never forget, though? The thing that keeps just replaying in my mind over and over? Right before she jumped out of my office window, I could swear she was crying.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound insensitive. But you made it through that, Delara. And I think you're stronger for it.
Thanks, Adam. Guess you just think you're over something, you know? And then...
I understand. But regardless of the reason, you took a risk coming back here. These are dangerous times for everyone.
You don't need to worry about me, Adam. I'll be fine. I'll just hunker down in my office until the storm passes. Besides, I hear I have a very comfortable couch.
Just take care of yourself.
I always do.
Hey, how'd you get here? I thought the city was locked down.
It's like a war zone out there.
The police scanners are going crazy. You didn't engage them again, did you?
Once. On accident.
Interpol is trying to stop a massive terror attack from happening. We have leads to follow up on, and we're running out of time.
I know that.
So when corrupt, violent maniacs attack me on a city street with lethal force, believe me when I say I'll return the favor. It's horrible out there.
I didn't kill a single
I was
person.
just going for active duty. I don't want anything to mess that up. I'll wait out the storm in here.
Whose unit are you assigned to for your next mission?
McCready's.
Really? I thought...
He actually recommended me. Told me I shoot better than anyone on his team.
That's great. Talk to you later, Arya.
Bye, Adam. See you out there.
wish I was asleep right now.
My glad I'm 5 stories underground.
Dr. Ozen, contact Central Dispatch.
You want people to come through for you. You've got to look out for them.
You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that. But I have agents scattered around this city. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is a clear and present danger. Exactly. How the hell are my people supposed to do their jobs if your people keep arresting them? Do you want more people to die? Jensen, thank God. I was starting to get worried.
That I wouldn't make it in here, or that I actually would?
What? I've been on the phone for the last half hour, trying to guarantee your safe passage through this city. Whatever you stumbled into at GARM is big.
I know. I've been trying to find out how big for a long time. They knew I was coming. Marchenko and the gold mask from Dubai. Somebody tipped them off.
Are you accusing me?
When I left here, you, me, and Chicane were the only ones who knew what I'd discovered. Solid proof that someone other than Ark was involved in this. But you and your bosses have been trying to pin everything on them, right from the start.
You're out of line, Jensen. I sent you after Ark because there were viable suspects in the train station attack.
And because Manderley ordered you to do it.
Yes, he ordered me to do it, but unlike him, I will not ignore evidence to close a case. You've been nothing but an insubordinate cock-up since Manderley put you into this unit.
Manderley?
It was his signature on the transfer papers. I checked. I can't believe we're arguing over this. Not when we need to focus. Right after you contacted me, I got on the horn with Leon. Had them send in a strike team from France. It got there about an hour after you two slipped out.
And the mercs were gone.
Did a pretty good job of trashing the place before bugging out, and left a few booby traps behind. So we have no idea where they went or what they're planning next.
Not necessarily. I heard Marchenko talking to his men. He said something about finalizing a deal with the Diwali.
We need to move on this now. I'll get a search warrant for that old Diwali-owned theater on Tsar Dibi Adlam Street.
You really think we have time for a search warrant?
No, but with the city under lockdown, I can't guarantee you'll make it over to the red light district alive.
I got here tonight.
Bitch, I can turn invisible.
Nobody's killed me yet.
All right, fine. I won't stop you. Just be careful out there, Jensen. Let me know what you find.
Copy that.
You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here.
No, you're wrong. They've gone too far. There's no reason to lock down the city.
It's not a lockdown, it's just a curfew.
By the way, there's like a straight up prison in here. Like this is, let me just show you.
I like how they have conversations outside of you.
Yeah, it's cool.
It just makes it feel more alive.
Like yeah, there's a legit dungeon over here. But yeah, the characters talking to each other, that's completely not attached to the. I think you can find a suspect somewhere in one of the side quests, but I don't remember where. There's something you can do with that. Okay, so we should now have, now that we're leaving this place, 2 quests back at home. Should. Yep.
You have to come quick. He's here.
Who's here? Who is this?
It's Daria. From the crime scene. Do you remember? I'm at home. The apartment across from yours. Please, hurry. I need you one thing.
Are you still there? Daria.
Blue, are you ready to solve a murder mystery again? So this is the second...
Yes.
This is the second part to that quest.
Let's save Daria.
Let me just deal with that jerk. Are you a sentry bot, or are you looking... I am not. I'll deal with you. Keep in mind, when Daria called, she said that the killer was at her apartment. And we're just going to take a little leisurely stroll in a loading screen.
Yes. Well, it is a loading screen.
Yeah. It would be nice if there was a little more urgency, but whatever. What can you do?
I'll make sure you get the first dose.
What does hypothermia feel like?
My Interpol friend, it's dangerous for you to be out in the street tonight. What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh, the killer is still out there. More victims
Why
have
are you
turned up.
here?
All of them Augs, all harvested. Just like Angela Gunn.
So it's the same person doing all this, and we still have no idea who that is.
I'm not sure where all this is going, but I've been looking at old case notes, and it's uncanny. Marek Svobotka, the old harvester, he's supposed to be dead. Yet this killer seems to... Little habits
Jensen
that were
Daria
never
told
made
you the
public.
killer was with her.
I even called the cemetery just to make sure Svobodka's still dead.
And?
He's dead.
That doesn't explain what you're doing here.
It's still my case, isn't it? And it's still open. I was hoping that maybe Daria suddenly remembered something.
Suddenly remembered something.
About you. You know very well that your Interpol ID doesn't mean shit tonight. Hell, I should be arresting you right now.
So which one do you want to do, Blue? I don't have time for this. Now I find you, or Daria called me.
Oh shit.
Time's up. Pick one.
Confide.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I'm scared. What if he's
Talia
the
told
killer?
me. She said she was in trouble. She said he was here. Then she got cut off. Is she in there?
I wouldn't know. I knocked and no one answered. I've been worried about her. So she called you, huh?
You know how she feels about cops.
Right. Look, you're not supposed to be outside tonight. I'll take a look around the building. You, see if you can find a way inside. Hopefully we're not too late. Just try not to get caught, eh?
I won't.
Oh noes.
This
Daria
doesn't look good.
Why?
Angela Gunn's book. Who wrote about the Harvester? Neuropazine. That's not suspicious.
Anomaly detected.
Wow, that sucks.
Initiated.
Got really unlucky on this 15%.
Anomaly detected. Trace access granted.
Oh no.
Boy, this telescope sure is pointed directly at my door.
Oh my.
Blue, have you solved the case yet?
No, I'm very confused.
Let's go home really quick, because there's another side quest here to complete.
Adam, good. We need to talk, son.
What's going on, Seraph? Why the secure vidcall number?
I looked into Facility 451. It was a processing clinic, one of dozens set up after the incident to help augmented people recover. It was supposed to be places to heal, but they were run more like prison camps.
And?
And I don't think you got your new augs there. You said rescue teams dumped you in that clinic shortly after Panche collapsed, but your name doesn't appear on its entry logs. And it doesn't appear on any survivor recovery lists either.
They said I was a John Doe. Nobody knew who I was.
It wouldn't have been hard to find out. Your augmentations have serial numbers. Or at least the ones I had installed into Adam Jensen did.
Why are you so sure I didn't get these augs in Alaska? Orloff was there. I spoke with him.
You said he was using an alias, McFadden. I looked into it. Casper McFadden didn't exist until the day you regained consciousness, which was 1 month before you escaped the facility.
Okay, so where was Orloff?
Not in Alaska. He was with Tai Young Medical for a while, and in the spring of 2028, his name pops up once or twice in the Baltic region. Then he dropped off the grid, and McFadden shows up.
So what does that prove? Orloff is McFadden, and McFadden is Orloff. None of it connects him to me.
Except for the augs which Orloff designed and nobody else knows how to install, let alone make compatible with a competing system.
Are you suggesting all my augs are new? Even the ones you gave me?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you all the augs we ever installed had registry codes, and they're not hard to trace.
I know my augs, Seraph. It took 2 years for my body to get used to them, to unlock all their potential.
2 years? Really, Adam? One of which you don't remember because you were allegedly in a coma in Alaska. Look, son, all I'm saying is it wouldn't have been hard to identify you, but for some reason, that never happened.
What are you trying to tell me, Seraph?
I'm sorry, Adam. There's not much more I can say. There's some conclusions you have to make for yourself. All I know is the deeper I dig, the more questions I have. Orloff might have had answers, but as soon as you found out he was in Prague, that he'd been visiting Prague periodically ever since you started working with TF-29's division there, somebody killed him. You tell me what it all means.
I can't. Not yet.
Well, if you ever do find out, give me a call. Until then, take care of yourself, Adam. Be careful.
Thanks for the help, Seraph.
Yeah, just a little mini side quest there. Alright, let's head back to the main map for a sec, so we can get that optional thing out of the way. Blue, if you don't mind, I have a feeling this is going to go a little bit overtime, so I would like to just finish this side quest, and then we'll end. It's not very long, but...
Yeah, no problem.
it spills this far, we are in serious trouble.
We have no business together. What are you doing here? It's after curfew. It's dangerous.
Serial killers are dangerous. Curfews are just inconvenient.
I beg your pardon?
Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's gotten herself mixed up in these harvester killings.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't see what that has to do with me. Or with you, for that matter.
Before going after her, I want to make sure I have all the information I need. I read the email you sent her. You seemed very concerned. Something about a neurosurgery you performed. Why was it so important for her to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
I have a theory.
You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Tai Yong Medical, big tech corporation. You know it?
Enough to know I don't like where this is going.
I headed a project.
What is it?
The cutting edge of neural science and cellular memory replacement. We dealt with people suffering from severe social disorders. We were making people better by making them better people.
I have no facts since I'm half distracted, but is Daria the harvester?
That's a theory.
How exactly did you make people better?
We found a way to isolate specific character traits. The idea was to use neural implants with imprints of desirable traits from select individuals and insert them into others who were, how should I say, less gifted. Take a man like yourself, for example. Could have given you a sense of humor.
I'm funny enough as it is. Now how about you tell me what went wrong? Something obviously did.
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Tai Yong forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. Big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
I'm trying to save Daria. If any part of you cares about what happens to her, now is the time to tell me. What do I need to know to help her?
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time.
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure. And you can quit stalling, because I'm not going anywhere until I get the answers I need.
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Tai Yong had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Tai Yong Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoners into the mentally unstable? Smart. Let me take a wild guess. Daria's donor was Marek Svobotka, better known as the Harvester.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
An innocent woman's been turned into a vicious killer. in large part because of a procedure you carried out. I'd say that matters.
Daria wasn't turned into anything. She willingly participated in a procedure. Now she is willingly killing people. You may choose to see a causal relationship between those two things, but let me assure you, it's more complicated.
Okay, I wasn't expecting
Save it
that.
for the lawyers. What I need to know is how to stop her.
All right. Look. We obviously
please
want
not
the same
willingly,
thing
she's
here.
scared.
Daria has
Asshole.
a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to, you know.
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her, but then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
There must be another way. Something that doesn't involve attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Tai Young Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you installed.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria has been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026. But I warn you, do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
Okay. So, Blue, we could either finish this side quest now, or end the stream and start the next one with the ending of this side quest. Which would you prefer?
At least get us out of the rain.
Finish the side quest now.
Okay.
I must see the ending.
And I believe this is one of the last side quests we can do in the game.
Tohle je zneužívání pravomoci.
Why is there so much blood? Is she hurting herself?
It's possible.
Oh, thank God. I knew you'd find me. We must hurry before he comes back.
Before who comes back? The man who killed Angela Gunn?
Yes. He knows you're after him. He wanted you to come.
You can drop the act, Daria. I know what's going on here. I know there's no one else out there. I ran into an old friend of yours. The name Cipra mean anything to you?
You mean Dr. Cipra? Ugh. Where did you dig him up?
He's worried about you.
He's worried about himself. He's worried about Tai Yong Medical. They're willing to kill to cover things up, to preserve their precious image. Their reasons are savage compared to mine.
Daria what?
I don't believe this is who you are. Something changed in you after Cipra's surgery. Made you do things you would never have done otherwise, for reasons that aren't your own. But it's not too late.
Don't be so naive. I am who I've always been. Cipra's surgery, all it did was give me access to another man's technique, his courage to follow through.
I can still help you. Ad hominem 2026.
Daria, you're killing people.
What did you do? Is that how machines pray?
Listen to me. The neural chip that Dr. Cipra installed in you is in the process of shutting down. Try to focus. This version of you that's been hurting people, I don't believe that was really you.
Then you don't know me very well. Why? Why should this change anything? The procedure gave me access to memory banks that weren't my own. The choice to draw on those memories was mine alone. You can't take them from me.
The shutdown process may take some time. There may be lingering effects, but that doesn't mean it's too late to help you.
You really believe that, don't you? All right. Prove it. Approach me. Come. Closer. Save me from all those horrible things Dr. Cipra did. There's nothing to be scared of, right? Surely, whatever trace of the harvester was inside me is gone now that you've said the magic words.
You obviously need more help than I can offer, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. Whatever power the neural chip had over you should be diminishing now. You should be able to fight whatever urges Svobodka's memories inspired in you.
I don't need help. You do.
One.
You need to be saved. All
111.
need to be saved. Svobodka inspired me to
211.
I can make
212.
you human again. I have to make you
213.
human again to atone for what I am.
This notion you got that augmented people need saving, that there's something less than human. Look, I didn't know her, but I guarantee you Angela Gunn was a human being. Her humanity was defined by her ideas, her passions, the causes she believed in. It had nothing to do with whether or not she was augmented.
Svobodka never saw them as individuals. To him, they were victims of an age that terrified him. Mirror images of the monster he had become. He believed the entire race was under attack, that mechanization would keep our souls from migrating.
How does that sound like to you when you say it? Migration of the soul, victims of an age? I'm not talking abstract concepts here. I'm talking about people. Svobodka never saw his victims as human beings because it would have made it impossible to do what he did. He was sick. He was scared. Whatever he was no savior.
You're right. The more he killed, the easier it became. That is why he had to repeat the actions, ritualize them. It was a way of justifying his beliefs. If you kill one man, the memory is like an anvil. If you kill 7, you quickly forget the first. It all starts to seem inevitable. Surely it must be obvious to you by now. The Daria you came here to save no longer exists. She hasn't for a long time. All that remains now is his drive, his legacy, his cause.
It was Omega, right? Omega had like 6. And I think Alpha had 3.
Fabatka didn't have a cause. He was a serial killer, acting out on impulses that he tried to couch in spiritual rhetoric. A way of convincing himself that his actions were justified, but they weren't. No amount of faith or abstraction makes it okay to dehumanize people the way he did.
I wasn't paying attention, see?
No, it doesn't. But so what if you're right? So what that Svobodka's motivations cannot stand up to scrutiny. His actions, my actions, cannot be justified. Where does that leave me? If those others did not deserve to die, then I deserve to die.
It's not for me to judge you. I want smarter people than me to look into this neural procedure you underwent. Dig into Cipra and Tai Young.
So you're offering me a fair trial?
I'm not offering anything. But if there's any hope of moving on here, not killing anyone else is a good start. Society has every right to judge you, and it also has a right to hear all about Cipra and Tai Young Medical. I'm not an expert on extenuating circumstances, but I'd say you have an interesting case.
You were right before, about the override process taking time. I can feel him receding. Memories of memories no longer crashing against me like they did. Let me prove it to you. Come closer. I want at least one person to know that I'm no longer what I was.
Shit, I mean, technically I'm already hesitating, but...
Well, she dropped the gun.
Yeah, she did, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have a knife.
And you did save, so approach.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, Daria, we need to get you out of here for real now. This needs to end.
The version of me who did those things to Angela, I cannot even imagine it being me, even though I know it was. Whatever happens now, whatever the authorities decide, I hope you believe me.
What's going on here?
Hey, bud. Where did you come from?
What the hell am I interrupting?
Detective Montag.
Daria's got a story to tell you. How you react may have something to do with your thoughts on experimental neural therapies and big medical conglomerates.
I don't understand. Where is the harvester?
I want to turn myself in.
One of you really needs to start explaining.
I want to confess to the killings of Angela Gunn, Misha Voracek, Pavel Klima, and Leonie Wolf. I also need to tell you about the neural procedure I underwent.
I'm still curious on whose blood is it.
Named Dr. Nicholas Cipra. I hope you'll listen.
Hers or a previous
you can handle
victim?
This from here. Just listen carefully to what she has to say.
Personal space?
All right, Daria. I think you should start at the beginning.
2 years ago, I signed up for a program sponsored by Tai Young Medical.
He's so lost.
They said they could help people to become better versions of themselves. It all feels so long ago now.
So if at any point you fail to convince her during this entire thing, you have a boss fight with her.
About this procedure.
The entire room is rigged in EMP and gas lasers and mines. and she's got a gun.
I'm not that person anymore. I swear.
And she has a Titan augment.
Take your time.
That's
For
so
now,
sad.
nothing's going to happen until I get the full story.
She's smoking.
I don't remember what this room is for, but...
Turning myself in is for the best. I know that now.
Okay, well... So that's going to be it for this stream. Depending on how much of the story mode here is left, I actually do think that's the end of the side quests in the game. So I think from here on out, it's just a straight shot to the end of the game. Game didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, but you know, I did a lot of playing off stream, but not a lot of progress off stream. It was just like that one time. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching, Blue. I hope you enjoyed that actually really neat side quest at the end there. And I'll see you next time. Bye.